When we get sick, our first instinct is to look outward. We blame a seasonal virus, a bad piece of chicken, or a glitch in our own genetic code. We treat illness as a physical invasion. But what if the most dangerous threat to your health isn't an external microbe at all? What if it's your own unprocessed emotions? This is the premise of medical astrology. Forget the daily horoscopes in the back of the newspaper. This is an ancient, highly specific diagnostic dossier used to map the human psyche. The system operates on a simple, brutal premise. Unexpressed negative emotions, like guilt, jealousy, or anger, don't just fade away over time. They hibernate in your tissues. They act like dormant microbes, waiting in the dark until they erupt into a physical ailment. Getting sick, then, is rarely an accident of biology. It is a direct, trackable manifestation of our daily emotional and social habits. To see how psychological stress physically breaks the body down, we start in the astrological 6th house, the realm of everyday interpersonal pressures. People with heavy placements here often struggle with chronic low self-esteem. They are intense people pleasers. For them, saying the simple word no to a friend or family member triggers immense, agonizing guilt. You can see the literal toll this takes documented right in this diagnostic guide. If a person continually bows to the needs of others while ignoring their own, they manifest chronic nerve-related ailments, severe sugar imbalances, and debilitating intestinal disorders. But that level of stress is just the baseline. As we move into the 7th house, that everyday guilt escalates into severe codependency within intimate partnerships. Here, individuals carry a heavy psychological burden. They fear standing on their own 2 feet. To feel secure, they will completely sacrifice their personal identity, bowing to the exact demands of their spouses or business partners. Stripping away your own boundaries to keep someone else happy creates a systemic, escalating biological stress that actively degrades your bodily tissues over time. If the 6th and 7th houses show us the damage of daily anxiety, the 8th house plunges us into the deepest, darkest psychological space in the chart. This is the domain of trauma. It's where humans hide their deepest emotional scarring, locking pain away in the dark vaults of their subconscious mind. To cope with that hidden insecurity, these individuals brutalize themselves. They will often push through 12 to 16-hour workdays, desperately chasing business success in an attempt to mask the pain they refuse to acknowledge. This animated chart visualizes the eventual breaking point. The physical body has incredible strength and can endure this internal pressure for years. But eventually, the biological structure cracks, resulting in severe chronic ailments that emerge suddenly, usually between the ages of 42 to 49. Deeply suppressed trauma acts as a biological ticking time bomb. If your mind refuses to process the pain, your body will guarantee that you stop. We've seen how the mind can destroy the physical body. To find the cure, we have to look at the final stage of the astrological chart. The 9th house represents the realm of higher ideals, belief, and philosophy. It acts as the absolute antithesis to the stress and trauma that plague the other houses. This excerpt from the astrological texts notes that 9th house individuals rarely get sick. Their faith, whether in a higher power or simply in themselves, actually heals and mends them on a cellular level. It all comes down to a literal interpretation of a very old concept. We are what we think. If you think ill, you will become ill. Healing requires active participation. It means identifying your psychological blind spots. You have to learn how to say the word no without guilt, establish your independence, and seek actual therapy to confront your buried trauma before it physically manifests. You do not have to be a helpless victim of your own biology. By refusing to just treat the physical symptoms, you can finally cure the disease at its psychological source.